Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Javon Keys. Jamaica could stand to lose millions of US dollars if the cost for doing business is not lowered. The warning from the Global Services Association of Jamaica. The industry is also being plagued by a lack of available workers, especially at the entry level. The global services industry has been a key driver linked to growth in the local services sector over the last decade, but that growth could be under threat.
The point is we've done so well in the last 8 years. It's a phenomenal growth. But going forward, looking at the global landscape, we may have to play the game differently.
Anand Biradar is the president of the Global Services Association of Jamaica, GSAJ.
I don't want to name the clients, but the large ones who have been doing business in Jamaica, they're getting the same offshore. In India, India never played in the voice space, but now they are. So they're getting 20-30% same work at a lower price. South Africa, which did not exist in the last 5-10 years, is also an alternate choice, which is again 25% cheaper than Jamaica.
He says the number of persons employed in the industry has dropped by an estimated 8,000 persons, with millions lost in potential earnings.
Close to about 75 million US.
75 million US you would have lost.
Yeah, in the exports. We're still over $1 billion in exports. Our exports was 1.1 billion, let's say. So that 75 to 80 million, I think worth of business clients are shifting to other countries, right? We're getting new business here, right? So it's compensating for it to a degree.
Another issue, labor.
The number of persons are just not there. That's a big challenge. And then there is, from my understanding, about 500,000 persons who are outside the formal labor force. So it's a matter of what do we do as a country to bring those persons back into the formal labor force. Remember, it's not just BPO that's having challenges with finding people. Other sectors are having the same issues.
Gloria Henry, who is a director of the GSAJ, says they are working to close the labor gap.
We've had a number of meetings with government officials and with training institutions. We recently signed a memorandum of understanding with HEART, and we're working through a sustainability plan with the Global Services Skills Project to try and bridge the gaps that we're seeing now in the industry.
As for the issue of operating costs, Mr. Biradar says Jamaica has to approach the BPO and global services industry differently.
We're getting new business here, right? So it's compensating for it to a degree. But scale cannot be the story for Jamaica. You can never grow because you don't have people. Your unemployment is 4%, so you can obviously never grow. But you have to grow in the premium services segment, which requires a lot more transformation outside the building walls. Because you cannot compete with offshore. You cannot. You just cannot, because they're faster, cheaper, better in many ways, right? But they cannot give the wow experience that Jamaica can give.
Let's head to the markets now. Trading ended with banks and Cambio selling the US dollar for an average $157.42. The Canadian is going for $115.71. $201.72 is the average cost for the pound, while the euro is trading for $173.28. To the stock market, the JSE index declined by 1,736 points, while the Junior Market Index fell by 40 points. Among the 43 winners were 138 Student Living Jamaica Variable Preference Shares, Berger Paints Jamaica, Proven Group, JFP, and First Rock Real Estate Investments US dollar shares. The 45 losers included Iron Rock Insurance Company, MFS Capital Partners, Express Catering, Edufocal, and Caribbean Cream. 21 stocks traded firm. And that's the Business Day. I'm Javon Keys. Good evening.